We're joined today by actor Zack Ward. You might remember him as Scut Farkus from A Christmas Story. He was also in the film Freddy vs. Jason. He's coming to Minnesota for Crypticon, September 12th through the 14th at the Crowne Plaza West Hotel in Plymouth. Get your tickets at CrypticonMinneapolis.com. Zack, how's it going today?
Awesome. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
Well, Crypticon is coming back to Minnesota this year, September 12th through the 14th, and you're going to be joining us this year. And I see you pop up at different conventions all around the world here. Is this your first time coming through Minnesota?
I think it is. I'm kind of excited. It should be really cool. I'm originally from Toronto, Canada, so I love the East Coast and the Midwest and all the places in between. So I don't think I've been to Minnesota before, so I'm excited to get it on my bucket list.
Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be at the Crowne Plaza West Hotel in Plymouth. Tickets at CrypticonMinneapolis.com. And Crypticon is a lot different than other conventions I've been to. I know the celebrities really have a lot more time to hang out and interact with the fans. It's a lot more laid back than, maybe those bigger ones where you kind of hurry through the lines and hardly even make eye contact with people.
Well, that's great. I'm looking forward to it. Nice, relaxed time, and Minnesota sounds great, meeting all the people.
I know Crypticon has so many celebrities coming this year and, so many casts of films being reunited. I'm sure that must be fun for you, not only to meet your fans, but to, hang out with maybe a lot of these other guests who you might be a fan of.
Yeah, that's always exciting. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think it matters who you are. When you see somebody that you've watched in movies that you love, we all fanboy. I remember I met Lance Henriksen. I had to be 26 years old. I don't think I could put together a sentence. I literally was standing there just flummoxed, and my buddy had to walk up and go, hey, Mr. Henriksen, this is Zack Ward. He's a huge fan of yours. Okay, bye. But it was, for me, I'm like, oh my God, it's Bishop. It's Bishop from Alien. Alien. So yeah, huge fan. And, it's one of the perks of getting to do this is, the reality is we're all fans of the genres, and we're all fans of the films ourselves. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in them. So it's great to swap stories with everybody else.
Well, and I know you've been doing this from a young age, so I'm sure a lot of these people probably recognize you, and they're probably excited to meet you as well.
Well, looking forward to it. Well,
Crypticon kind of leans more towards the horror side of things, and I know you, of course, were in the film Freddy vs. Jason. I wanted to ask you a bit about that and, some of your memories of making that film.
Freddy versus... Well, I don't want to give too much away because that's what people are showing up for, the good stories and the behind-the-scenes exposés. One of my favorite parts about doing that film was that we shot it in Vancouver, and my mom was living in Vancouver at the time, so she got to come to the set and hang out with me. And my mother's an actress. At this moment, she's 89 years old, and it's because of her that I was able to get into the film industry at such a young age. So to be able to have my mom be on set when I'm literally covered in blood and naked in a bathtub, was a fantastic memory that neither of us will ever forget, no matter how hard we try.
Yeah, that's awesome. You two were able to share that. And when I was looking into your career here and looked into your mother's as well, I recognized her immediately from one of the Police Academy movies.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah.
Well, when Freddy vs. Jason came out, that was such a huge deal. I know we had been discussing, the possibilities of these characters meeting up, on the playgrounds at recess for maybe 20 years before that happened.
I know, right? They had become legends in our own lifetimes. And the one that we all want now is Freddy versus Jason versus Ash versus Michael. Who else? Oh, versus Pumpkinhead. That would be good. Versus Alien versus Predator. Who else can we get in there? Ooh, versus the Scream Ghost. Who else? Oh, versus the Blob. That would be perfect.
Oh. Somebody's got their work cut out for them, getting all the rights to those all wrapped up.
It'll never happen. Someone should make a fan cartoon. That's the only way that would ever exist.
Well, Zack, I know you did quite a few other horror projects after Freddy vs. Jason. Were you always a fan of horror films, or did you kind of find a love for it after you got into that world?
No, I always loved horror films. The first one I ever saw I don't know if it really qualifies as a horror film, but it was terrifying to me, was Phantom of the Paradise.
Sure.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastically bizarre and terrifying when you're a little kid. So my older brother, he's 8 years older than I am, so I was always watching movies with him. So when he was 16, I was 8. So if he wanted to see the horror films, I'd watch them. So yeah, I got into it. I'm sure like most horror fans, because you had an older sibling who introduced you to this wonderful world of terror.
Again, Zack Ward's with us, and he's going to be joining us at Crypticon this year in Minnesota, September 12th through the 14th. Of course, a lot of the listeners will remember you from A Christmas Story. That was quite the film to have as your debut. People know you from the horror stuff, and then the Christmas stuff, that's a whole nother audience.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I definitely feel like I got very lucky.
Well, I'm sure it was exciting for you at the time, but I'm sure you didn't think it would turn into something that, people are watching for 24 hours straight on TV for the next 40 years.
No, I never had a clue. It was a great time. It was like going to summer camp in the winter. And I enjoyed it immensely, but yeah, I didn't have the forethought to be able to figure out what was going to turn into a cultural icon.
Yeah, it seems as the years go on. I know you came back for the, I don't know if it was part 2, but the newer one that came out a few years ago, and you see so much merchandise and just T-shirts and everything that people seem to love that movie more and more as time goes on.
Yeah, the second one was called The Christmas Story Christmas. I'm very happy about that film. It really has a great heart, and it really connected with the audience and the fans of the film. So I was really grateful that we could continue the Gene Shepard style of storytelling with the same level of integrity and connection to the American audience, and hopefully internationally. But it was great to be able to bring that back 40 years later.
Well, Zack, besides the conventions, what else are you working on now? Is there another project or maybe something we should be looking out for?
Not at the moment, but you can check out the movie I wrote, produced, directed, and edited, and I'm actually in it if you can find me. It's a movie called Keepers of the Five Kingdoms, starring James Hong. It's on Amazon and Tubi, and it's an 80s style family adventure film, like the Goonies meets Big Trouble in Little China, filled with magic and creatures and animatronics and prosthetics and puppets, and yeah, it's pretty much a throwback love letter to the 80s films I grew up on.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out for sure. And of course, James Hong from Minnesota here. Talk about being starstruck. That guy has been in just about everything for the past 80 years or so.
Yeah, that's right. He's from Minnesota.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping we can maybe see him come out to some of these conventions too. But, in the meantime,
He's 97 now. So wow. I don't think that'll be a thing. If you can, he would probably do it if you could do a video thing where he could stay at home and talking to a camera and speak to people. He'd probably do that. But he doesn't really travel much at this moment because he's 97.
Well, again, Zack, you'll be traveling to Minnesota here for Crypticon, September 12th through the 14th. Again, it's been an honor speaking with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here in Minnesota at Crypticon.
Absolutely. It's going to be a pleasure. Let me know if you need me to bring anything from LA.
And again, that was actor Zack Ward. He'll be part of Crypticon this year in Minnesota, September 12th through the 14th at the Crowne Plaza West Hotel in Plymouth. You can get your tickets now at CrypticonMinneapolis.com.